Good morning, students. I am architect Amir Inam, assistant professor at School of Architecture, Galkotias University. Today we will be studying about universal design in architecture and how the goals of universal design can be implemented in the various sectors of architecture and even the product designing. So before starting this lecture, it is very important for a student to understand few points earlier for a better understanding of this lecture. Knowledge about the basic of universal design which has been taught in the previous lecture is very important. And there is a very important thing how to relate the universal design and architecture together. So these two things are very important and the knowledge of these two things are very important for the betterment of this lecture. Objective of the this lecture are at the end of this lecture, a student will be will have the understanding of the definition of universal design, the goals of universal design, understanding the different goals of universal design, how those goals can be implemented in the context of social interaction and the community development, interaction and inter relationship between the universal design and social sustainability. So these four objectives will be clearly understood after this lecture. So starting with the introduction part, we have done this introduction of universal design in the previous lecture as well, but just a kind of a recap of it. That universal design, when we talk in context of architecture, it is a part of, it's an amalgamation of three important sectors that if we talk in context of architecture, that a space can be defined as a universal design if it is like a usable space for all the sector of people or the kind of people, and if it is accessible by all the kind of people, and even if it include all the kind of people. So a universal design is has to follow all these kind of things. When we talk about the goals of universal design, there are basically 8 defined goals of universal design that have to be followed and have some restrictions also. They have to be followed by some minimum standards so that the space that has been designed under the concept of universal design should be a kind of space that can be used by every sector of people. So if we talk about the goals, there are 8 goals of universal design that define the outcomes of universal design practices in ways that can be measured and apply in all design domains within constraint of existing resources. In addition to this, they encompass functional, social, and even emotional dimensions. So these three dimensions are very important to cater while we are designing for the universal design, while we are following the concept of universal design. Moreover, each goal is supported by an interdisciplinary knowledge base. For example, like if we have to follow the anthropometry of the people, of the users. So the user interactions and the user interface is very important when we talk about universal design. The biomechanics, perception, how we perceive some colors, how the other people, other user perceive colors. There is a relationship between the knowledge gaining in the, like in the classroom. If you talk about in the classroom, and we have a particular scheme of color, so there all the things comes under universal design. Universal design is a design process that enables and empowers a diverse population by improving human performance, health and wellness, and even social participation. So these points are important while we are designing for the with the concept of universal design. So basically there are 8 goals of universal design which we'll discuss in the upcoming slides. So just have a glance of some important points related to the introduction part also. That when we talk about universal design in the context of, let's say, India, we think that universal design is something, when we have to implement the concept of universal design, we think that it is something which is very idealistic, expensive, and even we as an architect or as an designer, we think that it is an imposition of the Western values or Western concepts. But in reality, if we have to start something with the concept of universal design, this is very easier to start with zero than to retrofit something or to redesign something and adding the like the values of universal design or the concept of universal design in the middle of the design. So it is a realistic thing or appropriate thing to acknowledge that the design strategies will differ or to be adopted in different places and by different cultures. So in some places, achieving the level of accessibility required by the Western norms could be counterproductive. So because there are some differences in the standards as well, so we have to study each and everything very precisely with the context of the user interface. So thus it is important for the universal design strategies also address cultural values, what kind of place we have, what kind of designs we have, and what kind of user we have associated with the social, even economical and physical context. So like if we are talking about the social community, we have to think about the mass, and the physical context, we have to talk about the particular users. In addition to addressing these concerns, the 8 goals of universal design were also conceived to link universal design to bodies of knowledge and identify measurable outcomes. So we have something which comes at the end of the product of universal design, at the end of the concept of universal design, which can be like a thing which is idealistic for all the kind of users, and even if we talk about in a mass, so it is something which is very usable space, accessible space for the whole community as well. So when we talk about the universal design goals, we have 8 well-defined goals of a universal design that have to be followed by the architect or the designer or the product designer. Whenever we are like the following the concept of universal design, we have to keep in mind all these 3 goals. So these 8 goals are well defined, and these 8 goals are now categorized under 2 different categories. The goals which you see on your left, the 5 goals which you see on your left, including the body fit, comfort, awareness, understanding, wellness, are under the category of the human values or human performance. And the 3 goals which you see on your right, social interaction, personalization, and culture appropriateness, are under the category of social or the society or the user as a mass. So in an easier language, you can see that the goals on your left are the micro goals, considering the user as a single person, and the goals on your right are the goals which are on the macro level, which consider the following uh, society or the whole group of users. So when you talk about the first goal, which is the body fit, it is actually the understanding and the study of anthropometry and different body sizes and abilities. So considering each and every body size, we have to design for each and every body sizes and abilities. So when we talk about different body size, we have to give them particular level of comfort as well, and even awareing them with the critical information for use and easy perceive. Making them, this will make them understand the different method of operation and use of initiative of the particular space. And then finally, when this all these things are done, it will create a wellness, contributing to health promotions and like avoidance of diseases and prevention of injury. So these 5 goals are the top 5 goals are the uh, and under the category of the particular single user or human performance, how the particular user are performing within that particular space. Now moving towards the other goals, the social integration, how the treating all groups with dignity and respect with the whole particular group, how that particular space, that particular product can be used, can be is treating for the whole society, and with the particular concept of integrity. Personalization means incorporating opportunities for choice and different expressions of individual preferences. We have a different level of preferences. Every user have a different level of preferences. So we have to make ourselves on a particular platform so that that particular standard level is achieved. In the end, these cultural appropriateness means that respecting the different cultural values of the different social values, economical values, even the environmental values, values of that after that particular design project has been done. So these 8 goals are followed by different group of designers, architects at different contexts, in different contexts when we are following the concept of universal design. This will make you understand the well-defined goals of universal design in a better way. That the first goal of the body fit can be defined as like we have to study the different body sizes for each and every the anthropometry of different body sizes, so that we can design or we can develop a particular product or the space. When we talk about the comfort, we have to think the different body sizes and the different people with different abilities, so that we can achieve a standard size of design, while we are keeping in mind the how to aware the different people, so that they can use the space. Every person can use the space with different abilities, making them aware of the area, so that we can make them aware of the particular how to use that particular space, with the understanding of different like we can have the notices, and we can have the direction boards, or we have the different route maps in a metro, so that the person can able to understand when he has to or she has to get down on the different stations. So these are the different opportunities, or different like the functions or the different features which we provide for the better understanding of different spaces. uh, Making the space aware of how to make the users aware of their health, how to improve their health. So keeping in mind how to use that particular space by providing some spaces for their wellness as well. Even when we have to integrate the different social status of different social people with together for the integrity, we have to make them aware that we have to make a kind of a platform that can be achieved with a standard level, so that there is a single level or there is a like a value of all the peoples together at a social level. When we talk about the personalization, we have to give the opportunity the user a different number of series of like the series of functions or the series of opportunities or the options, so that they can select a particular number of uh, option from the particular list as per their personalization choices or their particular amount of desired values. When you talk about the cultural appropriateness, we have different cultural values. For example, in this picture, we'll discuss this thing further in this lecture. That in this picture you can see a group of person rolling down the water tankers uh, with their hands. So these water tankers were designed as per the need, as per the required amount, so that a huge amount of water can be transported while rolling down that particular tanker and not holding them in their hands. So these are the goals that have to be achieved while designing for the universal design. Okay, now if we talk about the different contexts of universal design, how the universal design has been expanding its adaptation of the concept of universal design in different contexts. Universal design has not to be adopted and extensively within the design community as some other recent design movement, for example, the sustainability, historical preservation. One challenge facing adaptation is the continued perception of universal design as design for disability. To reach professional, continuing education and development of communities of practices, especially among educators, is a priority. The most direct way to make key stakeholders, for example, the builders, designers, and users, more aware of universal design is through the widely used media like television or the internet. At this stage, it is the evolution of universal design. It is important not to limit models of practice to the one best way, so that each sector of industry and professional practice can have the selection of practices to fit with their needs. These are good examples of value of universal design for all the stakeholders. Examples of universal design features in buildings include like automated doors, which provide the entrance for people of all the abilities. So these are the points that have to be adopted. So we have to keep in mind that while designing for the universal design, we don't have to get the one best way or the one best design, but we have to get a design for all the users. So if you talk about in the context of any public space, the particular common universal design features and in a particular public space, a kind of a tactile guide path is very important, like in a museum that help all the visitors find the information desk. Like if you can see the image, the tactile tiles are also can be seen in the metro station as well for the people who have a disability in with the eyes. So drinking fountains group with other amenities to make them easier to locate. Directional signages, wayfinding cues throughout, lighting provided along outdoor pathways, nodes connected directly by pathways, resting places throughout the site, restroom appropriately sized to support the large number of users at the same time. Signage is placed within site limit, it should not be very high, it should not be very low. Signage is in alternate language as well as in the English, because we have a different cultural values, we have different languages. So the particular language that can be understood by a group of user, language can be used on the particular signage boards. Visual and tactile warning surfaces, walls, fences, and landscape features used for guidance to key the destination. So these are the some important, not just all, but some important points of features that can be done or implemented while we are designing for the public places. So moving further, how universal design can be done can achieve a particular sector of community development. Universally designed environmental provides comfort, adaptability, and flexibility that can help to reduce human life cycle impact and encourage resident participation in the community. So when we define a particular space on the concept of universal design, it encourages uh, the community development, even the social integration that help in the participation in the and encourage the overall structure of the community. So with that, the purpose of this conceptual study is to explore that the concept of universal design as the significant aspect of social sustainability based on professional practitioners and scholarly values. So it is based on how well the particular designer is been studying the whole community and then designing for them. So universal design implementation in built environment may cater the needs of like the diverse users over the changing abilities throughout the lifespan. So when we talk about the whole community, we have to talk about the each and every people with even with the people with disabilities or different abilities. We have to talk about them throughout the lifespan of their life cycle. So now when we talk about how universal design can provide the social justice to different community or to different social sectors of different cultures, as we have discussed this the same examples earlier also, that how a well-defined, well-designed water tanker can be used to roll down the ground, not to take it on their heads or hand, and can get a large amount of water as well. So social justice and universal design can be interlinked together. So throughout the world, designer with the sense of social responsibility and concern that good design, like many other resources of society, is the commodity that many cannot afford. Although initially focused on the disability rights, universal design can focus on any civil right issue, because ultimately design for diversity is concerned with the social justice for all. So when we are talking about the universal design, we have to design with the social, provide the social justice for all. Thus, universal design should give attention to supporting access to housing, education, healthcare, transportation, and other sources of society for all those groups who have been excluded from the full participation. So we cannot neglect any sector or any kind of group of community by providing for providing them the services like education, housing, healthcare, transportation. So universal design is particularly appropriate in the context of design for low income minority groups, which often have higher rates of disability than the general population. So uh, this providing these kind of services to people with low income minority groups that have a large percentage of disability can provide them a social justice by providing them the services of all the kind of services to them. These are some references which you can go through for your more enhancement of knowledge about the how different goals can be implemented at different context, providing them the social interactions, improving the social life of people, giving the social justice to people. So these are some references, you can go through them and have the more knowledge about universal design. These are the three questions. Can be term in or as an assignments or questions. You have to submit them in the form of your assignment. The first question is explain how universal design can play a role in improving social interaction and community level. Number two, briefly explain all the goals of universal design with particular examples. And number three, how concepts of universal design can improve in the public space, explain with proper example. These three questions have to be done in a proper format. So this is all about the goals of universal design, the brief about universal design implementation of their goals into different contexts of architecture and designing. Thank you.